Oh, yeah! Welcome to Mirror Domains Movie News, your place for entertainment headlines. And indeed, this is a live news show for movie fans, where we talk about some of the big upcoming movie news headlines, including Robert Downey Jr. returning to the MCU as Dr. Doom. Yeah, that's the big news that broke over the weekend. I thought everybody would be excited about it. But I guess not. It's been kind of a weird reception. But we'll start out today's show by talking about the weekend's box office report. And Deadpool and Wolverine coming in at number 1. Okay, so this is for the weekend of July 26th to 28th. The top 5 go: number 1, Deadpool and Wolverine. Number 2, Twisters. Number 3, Despicable Me 4. Number 4, Inside Out 2. And number 5, Longlegs, hanging in there with 6.7 million. But the big story here, guys, is Deadpool and Wolverine, 205 million domestically. That's a lot of cheddar. Wow. That is, I think, the biggest opening domestically this year. Yeah. Well, it was going towards that direction when we saw the Thursday night previews hauled in 35 million. Wow. So what did it do worldwide? Pulled in another 233.3 internationally for a worldwide total of 438.3 million for the opening day weekend. This movie is going to make $1 billion. It's going to make $1 billion, and it's well deserved because I like Deadpool and Wolverine. I thought it was a very good movie. I know that a lot of people also liked the movie. Now, it has a lot of things going for it, aside from Deadpool and Hugh Jackman coming back as Logan, who he said that he would never come back. It has cameo galore in it. It's got a lot of heart to it, actually, that's carried by Wolverine. And yeah, so I like the movie. People who went out and saw the movie liked it as well. So 205 million worldwide is spectacular. It's well earned because 79% by critics, 97% by the audience. So that's reversed there. 79, 97. Ooh. I guess the critics were a little bit more harsh on it because I don't know, they want to try to knock it down a peg. Let's just take a look at their snapshot reviews here. Even draped in copious amounts of irony, the nonstop fan service grows wearisome. Fan service? No, man. This is not fan service. We got the Deadpool there, but then like the cameos in this are fantastic. Did my full review on it on Friday, so 438 is just wow. On a budget of around 200 million, it's made its production budget back, and it's probably made its marketing budget back. It's now in the ballpark of breaking even because 200 million, probably another 300 with marketing plus what the theaters take. So it's in that ballpark, 338 million.3. Kudos, man. Kudos. That's big thumbs up in my book. Wow. Okay. So what's opening up this weekend? Is there anything opening up this weekend that's going to rival it? Let's go over to the theater listings and take a look. Because I don't think this Thursday, August 8th. It's not this Thursday. It's August 1st, isn't it? Borderlands. Yeah, Thursday, August 1st. Sorry. Borderlands is August 8th. Just looking at the schedule here. Harold and the Purple Crayon and Trap. Trap is the one I'm looking forward to. M. Night Shyamalan. Harold and the Purple Dragon will get the kiddies out, but I don't know if it'll get me out there to see it. It's not my bag. But yeah, I think the Shyamalan picture, Trap, it's got Josh Hartnett in it. I think it's got potential to possibly No, it's not going to be number one because Deadpool is going to get chopped down. Let's say it gets chopped down to 50%. That's still 100 million. Even if it got chopped down to 60%, that's still like 80 million. And Trap and Harold and the Purple Crayon are not going to make that much. Twisters, though, will probably get chopped again right down to about 15. So Trap and the Purple Crayon movie will be around in that ballpark. And I think Trap will probably come in. Actually, I think Trap might be third because Twisters might hold on there for the second spot. So you've got Deadpool and Wolverine, number one, Twisters, number two, Trap, number three. The Purple Crayon will be number four, and then Despicable Me 5 will be number five. It's the way I forecasted. So what else opened up this weekend? Fabulous Four. I don't know what the heck that is. The Fabulous Four tells a story of two friends who travel to be bridesmaids in a surprise wedding to their friend. Oh yeah, this is where a bunch of old ladies got together to make this movie, right? That's was this Whoopi Goldberg? No, Bette Midler. That's right. Susan Sarandon, Megan Mullally, Cheryl Lee Ralph, Sissy Spacek. Okay. So that's the other one that opened up. Rayan, Diddy. That better not be P. That better not be what I think it is. Anyway, Longlegs is the only other one that here that I want to point out. No, that's not true. I want to take a look at Twisters. Because Twisters, 221 million for its second week. It's a good movie, guys. If you haven't seen Twisters, I would recommend it. It's a fun ride in the theater. 221. Longlegs is in the fifth spot. 66.7 million worldwide. That's good. Good for a rated R. You heard the budget was only like 3 to 7 million or something like that. And it's well earned. Nicolas Cage is a creepy serial killer, stalker. Yeah. Oof. Still thinking about it. Good movie. All right. So that's the way that the top five has gone for the weekend of July 26th to the 28th. Pretty much wrapping us up here for July. Arglass says Twisters was a good show, way better than the original. Glenn isn't the MP. Yeah, Glenn Powell. I don't understand the rumblings out there that there's already Glenn Powell fatigue. Everything that I've seen him in thus far, even as a supporting role, like even in Top Gun Maverick, he's been solid. He's been somebody where you're just like, that guy's got it. And then when you see Twisters and you see Hitman, and I haven't seen Anyone But You yet, that rom-com with Sydney Sweeney. I should prioritize that. He's awesome. Glenn Powell. I'll watch him in anything that he does because he's that good. Yeah, that pretty much wraps us up for July. I didn't really get out to see that many more movies this month because I was away for a bulk of it there. But I am going to try to get in Firebrand tomorrow. Firebrand is that period piece. Or I could go tonight, maybe. It depends on how I'm tired or not. Firebrand is that Alicia Vikander, Jude Law, Henry VIII movie, right? Where she plays, I think, his sixth wife or something like that. I am going to go see that, but I have to go to the Art House Theater to see that. And I am going to try to finish watching Beverly Hills Cop 4, Axel F on Netflix. Should we watch it together? I don't know if we got time. Tomorrow, maybe? Maybe we'll watch that tomorrow. If there's not a whole lot of stuff in the news cycle. And then that'll wrap me up for my July movies. It's not going to be, what, we had 12 or 13 last month? Wow. Yeah, so it's not going to be that full for July. But you guys kind of guess what's going to be number one, right? You know what's going to be number one. Actually, it's going to go probably like that order. Deadpool, Wolverine, Twisters. No, Longlegs is up there too, man. See, here's the thing. Deadpool, Wolverine, Twisters, they're fun movies. But Longlegs is one of those movies where it's like, it's almost like award-worthy, right? Where it's like either the acting or would it be production design? maybe the cinematography as well for long legs. It's just disturbing and wow and what am I watching kind of thing. Yeah. Artglass says we don't get Firebrand until September 6th. Oh, bummer. I like the trailers for Firebrand because I do like Alicia Vikander, who apparently just welcomed a second child with Magneto there. What the heck is his name? Who? Let's just click on her. Maybe Fassbender. Her and Fassbender are together. Good pairing. I like that. I like her work too. She's a good actress. So I'll have to try to check out Firebrand maybe tomorrow. All right, guys, let's go on and talk about more Deadpool and Wolverine stuff. No, I think we already made that. Makes the R-rated movie history. Yeah, that's kind of a boring, redundant headline. We don't need that. Let's go on to Doctor Doom. On the weekend, Comic-Con, Avengers, Kang Dynasty is out. Avengers Doomsday is in. We heard rumblings about this last week where Robert Downey Jr. was in talks to return to the MCU. We didn't know exactly what, maybe as a variant of Tony Stark, which I still think he will be in this. But Dr. Doom Little Hardglass Viking says, yeah, I'm okay with this, but I can understand, I totally understand people's trepidation about it. Kind of like, guys, what are you doing? Wait a minute. Making him Robert Downey Jr. pretty much solidifies that he's going to be a variant of some kind of Tony Stark, just from another universe, right? Which is fine because the Fantastic Four movie is supposed to be it's supposed to be an Elseworlds type of thing, right? The Fantastic Four kind of thing. It's supposed to be like from a different universe and a different time. Zane else says as well. Fantastic Four First Steps is the official title. So eventually those Fantastic Four people from that other universe from the 60s are going to be brought over to the universe that we know. And I'm guessing they're going to be there to fight Doctor Doom, or they'll bring their version of Doctor Doom over into ours to create Doomsday, Avengers Doomsday. But what they need to do, yeah, this is cool and all, and I know it really confuses people, but they need to sit down and start hammering out who the Avengers are going to be to face him, right? Because we still don't know what exactly. We know Thor's still there. We know Shang-Chi probably going to be part of the Avengers. But is the new Black Panther going to be? Are any of the Eternals going to be part of the Avengers? I don't know, right? We just don't know. Hopefully they'll get that fixed. So I didn't feel like jumping online and giving my thoughts on this right away because I didn't really have a whole lot to add anything new to the conversation. I mean, it's cool that Robert Downey Jr. is back. I like that. But I kind of share people's sentiment a little bit about why can't we just have another actor who is eventually going to have to play Doom, unless they're going to run out the Doom storyline and that's it, which kind of sucks because, Dr. Doom is a big bad villain that shows up for multiple heroes, right? Aside from Fantastic Four. Like he's got beefs with Hulk and Spider-Man too, right? Bring in Vincent D'Onofrio as Kingpin, though, please, to the big screen. We need to see him on the big screen. That's what I want to see. Yeah. Everybody was cheering about it on the weekend. Everybody liked it. But then once it sank in, I've seen people like the day after are like, wait a minute. I don't know if I like this or not. Because the people who like the Kang character, who are looking forward to Kang Dynasty, kind of get swept under the rug now, kind of like, you guys go away. It's like, what? No, I wanted to see Kang. But due to Jonathan Majors, other than recasting him, I don't think they could have gone forward with that. So Kang fans kind of get left out in the cold. Sucks for them. Kaiju says this is by far the stupidest and needless overcorrection I've witnessed in recent Hollywood. Why not just recast Kang? There are actors out there that will surely do fine. Why not turn Doom into an Iron Man variant? This whole thing is frustrating. Well, they rolled out Kang wrong. Excuse me, sorry, I got something stuck. Kang should not have appeared in Ant-Man as the main antagonist. He should have been just in the background pulling the strings. Because once you defeat him, like once Ant-Man defeats him, it's kind of like, well, if Ant-Man can beat him, certainly the Avengers can, right? So they kind of stepped on their own feet there. That's my opinion, at least. Stepped on their own toes. Kang Dynasty was about to be something special. Well, we don't know that because we don't know the script. But you see people crying foul here, saying, "Why can't you just recast?" And I sort of agree with that maybe they should have just recast that. Still have Dr. Doom come along, and you could still have it be Robert Downey Jr. as Doom, but you would have to use him as kind of like a known variant where our version of Dr. Doom is still out there to be found, kind of thing, right? Played by an actor that will go on and play him in X-Men movies and stuff like that, and further MCU stuff. He's not part of the MCU, the Avengers, James. Well, it is what it is. Art Last Viking says, yeah, Kang should have had teased more like Thanos, so no big reveals, and they could have recast the character up to the reveal. Yeah, for sure. But it's been kind of interesting to watch people's reactions, because I'm not the only one that went, "Oh yeah, that's awesome," and then afterwards, kind of like, "Well, wait a minute here. Let's let's pause and try to digest this. What are they trying to do?" Now, I'm not as far as some of the people out there crying that this is desperate. I've seen people leading with those titles and headlines. I don't think it's a desperate move. I think it's a great way to energize people back into the world. And if we've learned anything from Deadpool and Wolverine, I would still say that multiverse stuff can still be interesting and fun because we got three characters back. And well, we got four. We got more of them. We got her back as well, which was really awesome. Daphne Keane, she was just like, once she stepped onto the screen, you were like, wow, right? I can't believe I'm watching this. And then, of course, when Channing Tatum and Blade, Wesley Snipes came out, wow. Because you know that Channing Tatum loved the character Gambit. He was going to make a movie about it, right? And then it got shelved, and then it got pushed around, and then he was going to rewrite the script, and it was kind of like it kept on getting pushed back and back and back until the point it was like, well, it's not going to get made anymore. So we finally get to see him in this movie as Gambit with a terrible accent. But it was just like, thank you, because I thought I would never, ever get to see it and let Channing Tatum, the character, play the character that he's so passionate about, right? That was awesome to me. And that's the kind of fun that they can have with multiverse kind of stuff, instead of just having the same person be a variant in different galaxies, right? So this would have been like the third movie where we've had kind of multiverse stuff, right? Marvel's had multiverse stuff, didn't it? Well, we know that Kang in Ant-Man Quantumania was multiverse. Deadpool and Wolverine's multiverse. Doctor Strange, the Multiverse of Madness. And then slightly Marvel's, right? They can still have fun with it. And John Krasinski as Mr. Fantastic, that was just like, wow. That was a wow moment for a lot of people, right? because that's the type of thing that they should lean into. It's like, okay, we've heard the buzz, we hear it all out there. Fans are really clamoring for this. We're going to give you for one movie. I don't know. Harry Potter's going to show up as the next Wolverine, right? Because we've all speculated Daniel Radcliffe showing up. Like, I thought for a second that we would see him as a variant Wolverine in this, but we got the Henry Cavill Wolverine, which was just yeah, that was hilarious. Yeah, so you can still have fun with it. You can still have fun. Really want a Gambit movie now. Yeah, me too. And I want a Gambit love story with Rogue movie, right? That's what I want to see. All right. Any more headlines from this that we can possibly draw on? Over the weekend, oh yeah, and Jennifer Garner was as Elektra was just like, she still got it, guys. She still got it. It's like when she was on screen too, I was just like, huh, wow. But apparently she got trapped in an elevator over the weekend. She live streamed it. So if you went to her social media, her Instagram, she posted like a small vlog style clip montage of her getting stuck in an elevator, which sucks. Apparently for a little bit of time. That's a lot of people's fear and phobia, getting stuck in the elevator. An hour and 12 minutes later, they got out. Hey, you say an hour and 12 minutes isn't long. Wait until you spend that in an elevator. But at least she was okay. And it was cool to see her in the movie. And she was at Comic-Con as well. She was paraded out on stage with Wesley Snipes. What else came over the weekend from Comic-Con? Harrison Ford gives the most Harrison Ford answer to stupid question at San Diego Comic-Con. All right, so what's the stupid question? Let's just take a look. Okay. As expected, Ford had no time for overt geekery. What? Thunderbolt. Okay, so he was asked, who deals better with slithery serpents, Indy or Thunderbolt Ross? Yeah, that's kind of a silly question. So his response was, I've always treated these questions with both the utmost respect and complete disdain. I will not answer that stupid question, but thank you for the opportunity. Yeah, well, sometimes, hey, you know, I follow other live stream people like Perry Nemiroff, Christian Harloff, who should be live right now, actually. And I like send in super chats and ask questions. Sometimes you ask stupid questions like this. Harrison Ford will transform into the Red Hulk in the MCU, but will he be doing the mocap for it? Like, is this him doing the motion capture for it? Or did another actor do it? I'm looking forward to it. Brave New World. And the latest trailer that played, it won me over because of the tone, right? The tone was very Winter Soldiery. A little bit more of that political angle to it. And I think it's going to be a step in the right direction because they went back to this movie and reshot most of it because it just wasn't working, right? It wasn't the direction they wanted to go. And kudos to them. It's just going to be one of those movies that's not going to make a whole lot of money because I don't think it's going to make 500 million, and they probably doubled the budget by trying to reshoot it, which kind of sucks. What else happened over the weekend? Elizabeth Olsen fans, frustration over the fact that they didn't announce a Scarlet Witch movie. Well, she kind of announced that she was done with the MCU, right? She was happy that she died in Multiverse of Madness. Now, I still think that there's room for more story for her to be in. Wasn't there a cameo of her in Deadpool and Wolverine? There was like a carving of her, right? Because I thought I saw it. They were going through a cave or something, and there was a carving of her on the wall. And I was like, that's the Scarlet Witch, right? Now, did I not see that right? So some of the sweaties were a little bit irritated by that. I would like to see her come back and have kind of like a good swan song ending. We know that Vision is going to get another crack at it, the White Vision, but is there a way that you can somehow shoehorn that back in and then have them live happily ever after? Maybe like that's kind of like what I would like to see. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. Arglass says, I thought Taron Egerton would have turned up as a Wolverine variant. Yeah, I thought that too. Especially as the short one, maybe. Because Taron's not as tall as Hugh Jackman. You would think Wanda would get a reference or cameo in Agatha Harkness. Yeah. Agatha all along. Maybe. Hey, we didn't get any footage of that either, did we? And if we did, it was only shown there. This stuff will trickle out through the week. Keeping with the witch theme here, Practical Magic sequel producer explains what the film's really about. All right. So we got a quick log line here for Practical Magic 2. I think we know what people love about the movie, but thankfully the fans are very expressive. Okay, so they did some research here. I think we've had a lot of time to think about why that movie is still so resonant for people, and it's pretty clear. You know, it's the sisterhood, it's family, it's being authentic to your true self. Well, yeah, that's what I liked about the first movie, is that they're witches. And these two they knew that they were daughters of witches and they embraced their magic, right? That's what I liked about it. I liked that it was like a rom-com, but it also had like these fantastical elements to it that felt grounded. And then, of course, having Sandra and Nicole Kidman in it didn't help things a lot too, because Sandra is one of my favorite actresses. She's in my top 10 for sure. Yes, I sure wish it was pet-friendly. All right. What the heck is that? Is that an ad? I don't know what. Anyway. And it's about like what saves you in this life. That's what that movie is about. Joy, love, music, home, beauty, surrounding yourself with nature and beauty. People are obsessed with that house, that garden. It's pretty clear, you know, and whatever the storyline ends up as, we're going to be faithful to those things and to Sandra and Nicole's characters. Get signed Keanu Reeves. Sign Keanu Reeves. All right. Okay. That brings us to Kevin Smith and his new movie, 4:30. I had to look at the full cast and crew here because they dropped a new trailer for this. This is about a bunch of kids that watch movies at this particular theater and get kicked out, get banned. And it's a coming-of-age story. Excuse me. It's a coming-of-age story. A group of teens in the 1980s spend the day theater hopping, going from theater to theater. Big cast: Justin Long, Ken Jeong, Diedrich Bader, Jason Lee. Yeah. So I was watching the trailer and I was like, wait a minute, that's Ryan Reynolds? No, because this clip has happened so fast. This is Jason Lee. He kind of does look a little bit like Ryan Reynolds there, right? But the clip was so fast that I couldn't. Yeah, see how quickly that clip was? And I was like, wait a minute, was that Ryan Reynolds? This is Dante Hicks, the guy who played Dante Hicks. So you see that Kevin Smith is bringing his familiar friends along for this ride. But the younger cast is pretty much all new people, right? Which is good. So the kids go in to the theater, they get banned for theater hopping. He falls in love with this one particular girl, and then hijinks ensue.
Dad, he showed me his private.
He said, what?
So that's the guy who plays Randall in Clerks. So yeah, that's okay. Kevin Smith always does this stuff about bringing a lot of people that he's worked with and has had fun with. Rosario Dawson's in this. Jason Biggs is in this. Was that him right there? So Jason Biggs is in a porta potty that looks like it gets slammed or something. There's a bit of a backbone here with these two having a romance, sharing movie experiences, and then teenage hijinks ensue about having premarital sex and that kind of stuff. There's Justin Long. Yeah, he's talking with a weird mouthpiece. He's got like fake teeth or something. I thought the trailer was okay. Uh, the acting, the acting is what I was looking for, because when I watched the last Jay and Silent Bob movie, the acting was so over the top, hammy. I was worried like Kevin Smith had lost his touch to direct actors. But this looks all right. Like the acting looked like it was on par. It's crazy that in 1986, it's 38 years ago. I haven't seen Jason Lee for such a long time, since Alvin and the Chipmunks. Okay, so for the most part, it looks like the comments are pretty good about it. Movie looks so good. We got a release date? No release date, huh? Does IMDb have post-production? Post-production? Don't have a release date? Okay. It's no release date, huh? Weird. September 13th. September 13th. Right there. So, Kevin Smith, personal coming of age story set in the summer of 1986 that follows three 16-year-old friends who spend their Saturday sneaking into movie theaters at the local Cineplex. When one of the guys invites the girl of his dreams to see an R-rated film, all hilarity breaks loose as a self-important theater manager, Ken Jeong, and teen rivalries interfere with his best laid plans. Justin Long, Rosario Dawson, Jason Biggs, and more contribute outrageous characters to this poignant comic Valentine to moviegoing and the youth of the 1980s. And it's steeped in lore. It's steeped in movie trivia knowledge kind of thing, because that's what Kevin Smith is, a cinephile, right? He knows his stuff. So it's, you can see that even in the trailer, the dialogue is just uh,
Not today.
full of this stuff. So
We're supposed to be seeing a comedy.
God, Rosario Dawson is. I don't care, guys. She's stunning. She's amazing. All right. So, Jay and Silent Bob 3 apparently is going to go into production soon. Gets an official title called Store Wars. So, you know what? I was thinking about this. The second one really sucked. Like, it was unwatchable. But I'll give this third one a try. I don't fault Kevin Smith to go back to the well for this kind of stuff, because it's kind of like you got to play the hits, right? You go to a Metallica show and they don't play Enter Sandman? What? No. So it's kind of like Kevin Smith. Okay, you're a filmmaker and we like to watch your stuff, but can you occasionally make a Jay and Silent Bob movie? Fine. Okay, we'll watch it. We won't always like it, but we'll give it a shot. Jay and Silent Bob 3, Store Wars. Apparently it has to do with something about them trying to open up a marijuana establishment or something. Cannabis store. Fascinating. Fascinating. All right. Give me a second. I just got to pause here for a second. My bad. All right. Hopefully Kevin Smith had the budget of a Great Needle Drop soundtrack for the 1980s. Well, that'll be cool too. About the 430, the soundtrack, what songs he chooses. I don't know why there's a Batmobile in there. Who's this young cast? Harley Quinn Smith's sister Sugar Walls. Oh yeah, the movie opens up with like one of the Grindhouse trailers. Like, remember the movie Grindhouse where they had those fake trailers for like Thanksgiving and stuff? Sister Sugar Walls is a character that's in one of those Grindhouse trailers for this movie. Melody, sorry, Sienna Aguadong, Austin Zager, Reed Northrup. I don't know who the other young person is. Is it this Evelyn Giovine? She doesn't look all that young. Do I recognize her? Doesn't look very familiar to me. Nope. Can't place her. Anyway, next. Is that all we got? No, that's not it. Congratulations to Saoirse Ronan. She marries her co-star from Mary Queen of Scots, Jack Lowden, in an intimate ceremony. I don't really need the details here, but kudos. Congratulations to getting married. I am a champion of Saoirse Ronan because I think she's an awesome actress. I look forward to her work when she does it, but we get sparing doses of her, right? I really don't know why she hasn't blown up as wide as she could have. Like, she was offered big parts in bigger productions. She never took them, though, right? She wanted to focus in on actually acting on stage, wasn't it? For a while, wasn't it? Anyway, she got married. Cool. Next. Paris Olympics. Apparently the WBD channel drops commentator over sexist joke. Oh, God. Yeah, again, when you're doing it live and sometimes something weird comes out of your mouth, you're like, did I just say that? That's why you'll hear me make weird noises and voices when I say something silly. So for an inappropriate comment, so the female commentator said, you know what? Oh, wait, no. Ballard said. So the guy said this, you know what women are like, hanging around doing their makeup. Outrageous, Bob. Some of the men are doing it as well. That's what? You know what women are like, hanging around doing their makeup. I'm not going to go to bat for this guy. I'm just like, I expected something a little bit more salacious than that. Again, cancel culture. This is, well, I guess you got to try to save face. So I guess you can't fault that. But I am watching the Olympics right now. I think we just got a gold medal, or Canada did, for judo. I'm going to have to watch that match on the CBC. Next, Gina Carano. Lawsuit takes major step forward. Now, guys, I am a Gina Carano fan, and I'm like this close to buying tickets for a fan expo here in August, towards the end of the month in August, where she's going to be there for $60. I get to go and see her. I get to see Marina Baccarin and Sofia Boutella from Rebel Moon. And it's like $60, James. Now, I'd only be able to see them. I'm not going to pay in $100 to get an autograph and photo with them. But that would be kind of cool to see. Oh, that's Gina Carano. I still like her. I know that she said some things that were kind of like, whatever. But I'm not like the Paris Olympic Committee that'll be like, maybe you should ban them. I still would have hired her, and I still would have worked with her. And I still hope that she has success in the future. Okay, so, yeah, apparently she gets to move forward with her lawsuit, saying that Disney has to produce certain records that will prove her case. So we'll see how that goes. Good for her. All right, guys, that's pretty much all I have in the can for today. I didn't really have a whole lot to do. I was working today, so I'm sorry that I'm on later than I am usually. Uh, and then I got a haircut, so I had to have some lunch. What we got on? Let's go over to the old Twitterverse and see what's going on, and then we'll try to round things out. Bagman. The heck is Bagman? He's always closer than you think. Bagman. From the studio that brought you The Strangers Chapter 1. Oi, that's not a good endorsement. What are you doing? Blumhouse? I don't even know what the heck that is. Bagman. Upcoming horror, huh? First trailer for Bagman's out. Sam Claflin and Antonia Thomas.
It's bad.
Let's see. See, I seen 2023 there. 2024, okay. There's Sam Claflin. When a sinister threat from his childhood returns to haunt him, a father desperately struggles against his deepest inner fear. Only this time the fight isn't for himself, it's for his family. All right. I wasn't planning on doing this, but since we're here. Oh, no. It's not on YouTube. It's straight on. Shoot, maybe I can't watch it. Because I only want to watch it if it's on YouTube, because if it's not, then I might get a strike, which I don't. Okay, so it is out. Lionsgate. Okay. From Lionsgate. Switch over the audio, James. We'll give this a quick peruse. Bagman, Sam Claflin. From Lion. Oh man, September 20th, huh? Let's go back and take a look at his face. Bit of a bigger mouth. Is that prosthetics? Or just a dude with a big mouth? Little crooked man-ish. Huh. Comments. I thought the new Batman movie was... I thought the new Batman... Bagman? No, Batman. It's like it's worth the watch. Who read it? Batman? Join me. Yeah, so a lot of people think that was Batman. Bagman sounds like Pennywise feeding off fear. Yeah, there is a little bit of that mythos, Pennywise mythos. Oh, yeah, okay, no, I want to see like this. So he's obviously pushing a doll up to the window here. Okay, all right. Yeah. It looks pretty run-of-the-mill with the potential of it possibly being boring, because it seems like it's just going to be paint by numbers. Okay, this is what you're afraid of in the first act. Here's the introduction of this Bagman. He's going to come and haunt you. People won't believe you that there's a real Bagman. And then once he starts to kill them, they'll be like, oh yeah, you were right about the Bagman. And he's here to get us, so we've got to work together to try to destroy the Bagman. And that's how the movie will end, with him getting bested, setting up for a possible sequel in the post-credits. Sorry, did I just spoil everything for Bagman? Did I call it? I don't know. Maybe it's just my expertise in horror. That was okay. I'm not enamored with it as some people are in the comments section. Next. Oops. Eva Mao. Okay. We spoke to Morvith Clark. What her latest film, Starvaker. This is the one I want to watch, with her and Matt Smith, right? Exploring empathy within the horror genre, working with Matt Smith and more. Starvaker. Yeah, there's Matt Smith, who's knocking it out of the park right now on House of the Dragon. And I like Morvith Clark. I think she's a good actress. Fantastic Four First Steps officially begins filming tomorrow. Okay, so good. Alien Romulus. Kaylee Spaney, who's not all that tall. She's really small. So she was at a fan expo, it looks like. Is this? Oh, yeah, they were at Comic Con. It says right there, James. SDCC. Morvith Clark, starring on horror films. I'm very much not for suffering like your character does. I'm a wimp. That's why I am an actress. And so I really need to feel safe and happy when I'm not in those characters' heads. Oh, so she doesn't like going down to those dark places, huh? Why is Kikuchi trending? He didn't get traded. Tomorrow is the trade deadline in the Major League Baseball, so people are looking to see who gets traded. And Blue Jays will be a selling team, getting rid of a lot of their assets. Gladiator 2 starts with probably the biggest action sequence I've ever done, Ridley Scott tells Empire. I like the trailer. I know some people were a little meh, but I like the trailer for it. I think it is going to be epic. Quiet Place Day 1 on VOD tomorrow. New image of Paul Mescal. He got lean. Not super cut. He's lean, but he's not overly ripped. This is fine. Like you can tell he's got bulk. He's got some bulk and mass here in the shoulders and stuff. Oh yeah, we know that the second trailer for Lord of the Rings Season 2 came out as well, right? More from Starvaker. Chloe Zhao's Hamnet. Jesse Buckley and Paul Mescal will star as Agnes Hathaway and William Shakespeare. I'll watch anything that Jesse Buckley's in. I think she's awesome. Deadpool and Wolverine opens up to £12.6 million. UK box office. Oh, he was a variant of Deadpool, this AFC striker Paul Mullen. First poster for Spellbound on Netflix. Attendees were attacked by face huggers and chest bursters. Gross. Put this on your face and pretend to... Yeah, no, I'm not doing that. So this is part of their viral campaign to sell the movie. Okay, no, that's interesting. The last guy getting a chest burster. Alexander McQueen, huh? Biopic, Saipan. Don't know what that is. Joseph Quinn, Entertainment, Vanessa Kirby, Pedro Pascal, Fantastic Four stuff. "28 Years Later" has wrapped production, starring Jodie Comer, Aaron Taylor Johnson, Ray Fiennes, Jack O'Connell, Cillian Murphy. I'm actually looking forward to that one as well. Because I like 28 Days Later and I like 28 Weeks Later. 28 Years Later. Cast of Thunderbolts. There's Florence. Who's this guy again? Who's... I don't know who that guy is. Who that is either. Who are the girls? Olga's not there. Kurlienko. Olga, or is that her? That's Olga there? No. Taskmaster, right? No, that's not Olga. I don't know who that is. I like Florence Pugh. Happy 40th birthday, John David Washington. Sky High. The penultimate episode of House of the Dragon Season 2 is now on Max. Yeah, we watched that last night, guys. No Baron Zemo for Thunderbolts? I thought so. What are you doing there, Pedro? What has been your favorite trailer released so far? This year? Looks like they're just from this year. I like the Joker trailers because I'm curious, but I wouldn't say that those were the best trailers. And I want to see this movie with Florence Pugh and Andrew Garfield. I think that one's going to be a heartbreaker. And Nora, Joker 2 has had some good ones. I like the Gladiator 2 trailer. Variety predicts that Timothée Chalamet will be nominated for Best Actor for his Bob Dylan role. That trailer did play on Deadpool and Wolverine. I wasn't blown away by it. I was intrigued by the cast mostly, not so much the story. Which kind of sucks, actually. The new trailer for Hellboy Crooked Man has been released. Yeah, I heard about it. Much lower budget of film. I haven't watched it yet. It's from the guy who played the bad guy on The Strain is now playing Hellboy. The Crooked Man. All right, guys, and yet another new poster for The Crow. I kind of like that one. That's a good poster. Still don't know if the movie's going to do well, though. Rebecca. She's fun. You listen to some of her interviews and stuff that she does. She's got weird answers, and she's got a really interesting sense of humor. Like you could just hang out with her, have a beer, talk sports. Lupita Nyong'o. Kit Connor for Wild Robot. All right. Melissa Barrera. Oh, yeah. Perry was doing a panel with her. I want to see that panel. What was that? See if I can find some footage. She had a panel with her and who was it else? It was recently, though. 2 days ago.
For a while, I thought it was like.
So Perry was doing this one.
Discovered while you're waitressing at a restaurant.
Melissa Barrera was there, and I'm sorry, I can't see it. I got to blow it up a little bit.
You know, did you hear of those stories of like those big actors that were like discovered by someone who saw them while they had like a retail job, and they were like, I'm gonna make you a star, and it happened.
Oh, but there's
like,
somebody else at the
going
table.
Through life, waiting for that to happen to me. It never. Did. It never did. Just go to school, work hard, and
It's not showing me.
For a while, I thought.
And I can't zoom in because it's all washed out.
Be
The name cards.
while you're waitressing.
I forget who it was. Bummer. Anyway, I think that's about it. Right? Whoops. I can't see it. All right. Melissa Barrera, great actress. I'll watch her in anything. Glenn Powell, he's a grinder. If anyone deserves success, it's him because he cares about movies so much. So seeing projects he's putting up and seeing people feel that it's fantastic. Yeah, well, we just echoed that in the beginning, right? Glenn Powell's always good. All right. That's all I got in the can today, guys. Anthony Hopkins, sorry, what is that? Eyeglass? Anthony Hopkins series on Prime looks good. For those two about to die, it's Gladiator based. Yeah, I've seen the trailers for it. I don't have Prime yet. No Baron Zemo. Won a gold medal in women's 400 meters individual medal. Oh yeah, what the heck is her name? She's got 3 names, right? She's got a hyphenated name. Did she win? Hopkins? Was that? No, not Hopkins. Anyway, I'll find out. Thanks for the heads up, though. I'll have to watch it. Yeah, I've been watching coverage daily, so. Cheers. If not, I'll see you tomorrow, or yeah, we'll figure out something. Thank you for joining me. It's a bit of a shorter show today. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thumbs up, and I'll see you next time right here on Mirror Domains.